attempting to, I think I showed this piece on the long Kwien. I was able to fix this sliver to this piece with drilling a couple holes and putting some tack nails in there. I think I did one here too to hold this to the middle piece. But and I glued it all up and kind of had a position, taped it up. And I don't know if it was the rain or the wind or even the cats jumping on it maybe when it wasn't dry, but it fell off again. But then I started to see that I probably had it in the wrong position, which showed me that there's really, where it connects, it doesn't connect like this. It actually connects about here, so all this piece of wood is missing. So what I'm going to do is I need to save this slot, so I can't just put something on the slot. So I need to try and find two pieces of either metal, probably do wood. I'm going to try and cut flat pieces of wood for both sides here, and again both sides here, make it go all the way out so it'll slide on top of that whole piece, stay in where it should be. And then even though there'll be holes or gaps, those I could probably mix, sawdust and wood glue with and be able to fill that in. But in order for this to hold on in the position I want it to be in, I need to support it from the bottom, and I need to support it from the top, and then I should be able to do that. But currently I don't have any. Well, I got a bunch of wood, even wood like this, but I mean, how do you put thick, I don't want to put this, or maybe like this side, yeah. See, so this wood is about as thick as I need it to be, and it would just be on the, like that, on the bottom. Probably gonna have to make that longer, because if I want this wood to bend, it's got to be long enough to support it, right? So but it looks like it's got a curve to it. But if I wanted to have a curve on this teak, it's not easy, because even a sliver of this stuff is hard. It's like a stick, like a teacher stick. But I guess I'll try and maybe do a small piece. I'll cut a little small piece off of here, see if it has any kind of bend that I can use, and do that with it. Yeah? I should probably pick that up. Oh, can you see that? Let's do like this. Oh. Yeah. And then I'll just kind of cut it with the grinder. Although I didn't really want to use the wood saw blade ever again. But let's say I get back on that horse. Well, I did kind of get back on the horse because I have been using the grinder. But this will be the first time I'm actually using the saw blade. Uh-oh. Hope I don't have flashbacks. Already have them. Well, I cut 3 pieces. In fact, I better take this off. And yeah, this is the beast. Chopped my hand off almost, but Well, there you go, man. I did it. I have a regular, you know, old handsaw. I might have been able to do that, but I think really the handsaw, I wouldn't have been able to do it without breaking it, because, you know, trying to get a thin piece so that these pieces can now kind of act as sleds almost. It's got a little bit of a flex to it. So the idea is to attach two of them. There's something trying to eat my leg here. To attach two of them to the bottom, still leaving that opening. And I was at, when we're at the Sunday market, actually after the Sunday market, or no, at the Sunday market, that's a soldering iron, by the way, because the other round white light in there, I showed that it, you know, ants got inside it and just gather up around the little connections, you know, and these really cheap soldered connections. One of them broke, another one's probably going to break. So I got a soldering iron and some solder to drip that back on there. But that's not what I was looking for. Where's my... What the heck, man? I had a brand new pack of small drill bits that I bought at the small drill bits break a lot, so on this wood, so I bought a whole double pack of them. I have to go look for them. I'll grab back, and I'm back. So this is the, let me get rid of this here. This is what I was talking about. Yeah, it's all kinds of parts that, you know, it's like a swap meet, you know, boot sale or whatever. All kinds of tools, old tools, new tools. So these drill bits are a little bigger. These are a little smaller. I think I'm probably gonna use a smaller one. But like I say, they just break, man. Break off in this stuff. It's not so much because it's cheap metal, although I'm sure it is cheap enough. It's just that it's thin. You know, it's small. Small drill bits break. But what I want to do is, you know, I don't really want to hammer into that stuff because it's already old. And I'm afraid that it's going to split. And then, you know, as it splits, it just fractures into a bunch of different pieces, and then it doesn't work. So the idea is that I want to go deep enough with this nail that I cover the end of the thickness of this wood, right? The thickness of the wood, but not the complete nail, right? I want to leave only a little bit at the end to tack it in. So basically, I should put a piece of tape right there. Piece of electrical tape. That way it'll, you know, I mark the drill on electrical tape, it'll stop me from going too far. Because if it goes too deep, then it's real. Then it's what? Then it's just a hole I'm dropping a nail into. So, where was I? Yeah, I got a thickness of the nail, or thickness of the wood. Thickness of the wood plus the drill. Gotta be a better way to measure that. There you go. So it's gonna go. I don't want it to go there. I want it to go about right there. Put that right about there. Boom. Yeah. And just remember, you know, they say measure twice, cut once. It's also measure twice, drill once. You know what I'm saying? Although, all right, well, let's try this. I'm going to put the first one in position. Gonna have to hold it there. Okay, that hole is drilled. If serves me right, I should have, yeah, just about that much room. Check out that hammer. Yeah, that's your basic handmade fabricated tie hammer. I don't know why I say tie hammer. Maybe because it's made in Thailand. We can call it a tie hammer. Oh, wait a minute. Woo. It's not real tight, but if I hit it too hard, oh, there you go. Whew. Figure if I hit it too hard, it would wind up breaking the wood. Time for an Escola break. Why? Because I love it. Looks like the lotus flower over there is getting ready to bloom. And these fish are having at it with all that algae, man. They're going to be, I'd probably say in just a few weeks, they're probably going to be this big. Be big enough to eat. You know, make sure you don't put too many fish in, because too many fish in a body of water will stunt the growth. I believe that's a true fact. I believe that has been researched. So, but we got a good amount of fish in there, right amount, and now the water's all the way up. And I thought, you know, I had mentioned earlier, maybe in just the other video, could have been this one, but that I never seen the water this high. And then, you know, I saw water in the rice fields, and I figured, oh, it's raining, you know, got in there in the canals and stuff. And I thought, wait a minute, there's no real inlet of water here. There is a pipe that goes under the dirt from right here to that canal on the other side, but that's more of an exit pipe than an entrance pipe. So I don't know. And then my wife enlightened me on the fact that I made that water fountain out there connected to the pump when we refill water here. So every time I turn the pump on to fill the tank here, the water pump goes on so that it's not working the pump too hard, right? Trying to push water through a small hole. It pushes them through both. That way it's less pressure, less you know, strain on the pump, really. So all that extra water is water that I've added, or that we've added by running the fountain every morning, or every other morning for the last, you know, whenever I made that. What did I make that, 2 weeks ago or something like that? So, you know, 15-20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes of put a lot of water in there. So which leads me to think, wait a minute, I got to keep doing that. So what are we going to do about the water? It doesn't evaporate at a very high rate right now because it's rain season. It's not that heat. You don't have that kind of heat. And rain, so there's even more water. But good to know. Well, let's see if we can put another hole in here. Get this sled moving here. Let's see if we can see what I'm doing. No. Whoa. Gotta try and set my camera on here before it don't fall. Yeah, that's good. Looks like an old 1800s pistol right there. So again, I'm trying to stay away from the hole there. I want that slot still, so I can. Stay there, buddy. It's like doing surgery. I'm a doctor. Or I'm going to need one if I don't do this right. Yeah. But I don't want to put the nail in there too far, but I don't want it only so far that it pops out. What I gotta do is I gotta buy the nail gun. A little bit that I will use. If I tighten the vise too much, what's going to happen is the wood, even though it's the teak, it's super old, or we're talking probably 50, 60, 70 years old maybe. And if I do it too much, it almost becomes kind of spongy. Alright, well, that's one sled. Remember, I got to try and do 4 of them. Oh, and I think I remember telling you that the other day. A bee stung me in the face, or my lips were both swollen up, and couldn't taste anything. I was like, dang, man. 'Cause I was swatting bees just prior to that. I thought maybe I squashed one or got one on my shirt and then wiped my face or something. It was a bummer. But then it happened last night inside the house, and I realized it wasn't that. It was an ant. Ants show up in the most unlikely places, I suppose, but I must have had ants on my shirt, which they do go to the water, like my shirt. I'm sweating or whatever. I take my shirt off and I leave it sitting over there, an or 2 or 3 or whatever. So I must have wiped my face with the ant. My battery door's open for some reason. And then the ant bit me in the lip, in the soft tissue, and then the poison from the ant. And so because it happened last night, I'm all, wait a minute, there's no bees in here. I go, probably something like that thing. And then I went to take a drink of my Pepsi or my Escola, and right at the top I saw an ant. And then it dawned on me, because those ants bite me in the back and this and that when I'm out here, which they're probably going to follow me right now that I said that. But yeah, an ant bit me in the lip, man. A big old bubble, like as if I burned it with a big old fatty or something. Damn. Oh, and another thing that I did yesterday. So I fixed that water pump, right? And within the first hour of fixing that and doing everything, getting it ready, I was already hot, so I took my shirt off. You know, I was already sweating, so I took my shirt off and laid it over there on the chair, and then get to work on it without under the sun. So my back was baking, and you know, in this kind of weather, overcast, you still get, you know, you can still get wicked sunburn, which I did. I got sunburn. I didn't think about, I mean, I thought briefly maybe about getting sunburn. I thought, yeah, that's cool. But then I didn't think that I'd be out there for 3 or 4 hours and then my back would really be burnt, right? So when I went in the house, we were gonna get ready to go eat. So I was gonna go take a shower. Actually, I took a shower, but I had, you know, something had bit me in the back before I took a shower, and it kind of itched, so I told Dot, and then it itched in a couple places, so I told Dot, I gave her some of that counter pain, you know, like Bengay almost. The counter pain, I said, can you just put a little bit of that counter pain right where the bite is? She goes, oh, I can see the bubble. I go, good, good, good. Put a little bit right there. And then she pulled a bit there, and it was still singing, and I thought, you know what, no, just take, here. And I squeezed like about that much on her hand. I go, just you know, put it all over my back, on my shoulders, you know, my counter pain feel good because I've been out working all day. So she wipes my whole back, and no sooner got done, I swear it was like she had a blowtorch going on my back. It just lit up, and it was like, I mean, normally counter pain kind of burns a little bit, but this was incredible. I never felt like that before. I was like, no, something wrong. Very hot, you know. It was too hot. And I went straight back to the shower. You know, I took my, I didn't have my shirt on, but I took my shorts back off and everything. And I jumped in the shower, turned it on, and even the cold water was burning it, you know. And I'm like, God, something's wrong here. And then she comes in, she goes, oh my God, your back is so red. I go, I know. Get the soap and wash that stuff off of there. So she got soap, and she goes, you know, you got sunburn from today. And I thought, oh, that's it. I had sunburn. My skin was all burnt up anyway. And then I put counter pain right over the top of it. Oh, brother. You want some pain? Do that. That was brutal. Brutal. I'm not like the whitest person either. I mean, I work with my shirt off fair enough, so it wasn't like I was super white and then got super burned. But I did get sunburned. When I put that counter paint on there, no, never again. Never again. But yeah, lesson learned. Anyway, let's get back to our little project here. Now the other side. The other side is even more tricky because the other side is the side that I already attached. So I have to be a little bit particular as to where I put it so I don't run into the nails I already put. And I can't, there's a big opening there, so I can't really do that, man. Let's try this. Yeah, the drill tip already gonna start breaking. I need to drill that one harder. It's probably right in that crack of the wood, so it's not going to hold. Yeah, that does look like one of those guns, doesn't it? Looks like I'm making one of those. Actually, it looks like I'm making a. What were they? They were like the slingshot, the kids' slingshot gun. Pew pew. But anyway, now I got to do the top, or the what is the bottom. Now is what we got. So basically the idea is I'm going to try and slip it on here and have supporting from the bottom and holding it also from the top. Let's take a little walk. See if this piece actually just slips on and stays in position like I think it will. Well, this will be the challenge. It feels pretty good though. It feels pretty solid. So this is the area that I'm going to try and, the idea is I'm just going to go right here and right there. Can you see that? I don't know. I'll set the camera there and see if I can leave that there without breaking it. Yeah, looks like it's going on there. Boom, I think that's it, man. I just got to look at whether, how the angle of increase there. That looks all right. All right. So the idea is, yeah, you can see it. That's pretty much the same. So yeah, all these pieces in here were missing and stuff. I'm gonna try and fill that in. I can take this wire off probably by now. I used that wire to hold it in place when I first was putting it together. I think I'm gonna have to cut that off. But yeah, I'm gonna consider that a minor success. Again, I wanted to keep this spot open so that I could put it down here and get another board, because it's got 4. You can see the 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's got 3, and then put it down in there in that hole. So yeah, I think that's pretty good. Well, don't worry about it. The dog's getting spooked because neighbors are blowing up stuff. Putting those boom boom. Alright guys, well, that's it. I had something else going, but we'll see if we can't add it up in the video. Alright, next video. Okay, Picasso. Well, I did secure the top portion here with a couple tack nails. This nail was supporting from before. I left that there. I actually worked out that, put that slot in there. I'm not gonna pinch this together. It's too much stress right there, but it's alright. I got a couple tack nails here too. And that whole thing's pretty strong right there. Pretty good, man. But and I need what I'm doing, I got some pipe over there, old irrigation pipe again. I'm laying that irrigation pipe because I'm gonna cut the trench, get it back here, so it'll be electrical. I'm gonna put electrical line inside there all the way to connect it up here, so that I can have a light socket over there at the bamboo pole or bamboo pallets. And then I also have to, I'm gonna cut the plug off the power and then straight line that again straight up to the power source, which will be at the light switch. So I'll bring it over here and tap into that. But I can't be working for the electrical right now because look over yonder. Yeah, that'll be coming down here in probably a few minutes. So it was all nice and sunny. And you look earlier in the video, which is like 10 minutes ago, and all of a sudden that stuff came rolling over the mountain, and it's falling down right there for sure. But yeah, It's blowing this way. You can see the wind blowing trees, so it's blowing at a pretty quick pace. You don't want to, like, you know, time lapse or something, but hey, man, feels good actually right now. It's very cool, very cool. All right, back at ya. Woo! And yes, as expected, a few minutes later. Yeah, he's blowing.